Ladies, 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 we are here tonight on the What the fuck is happening to my camera? What the fuck happened? Is that better? There we go. I don't know what the fuck happened to my camera. I'm scratching my ass. I don't even have Androids. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight, and we're going to talk about some wrestling news, and then we're going to do Dynamite recap, and that's on the Big Daddy, not the little one. So supposedly it's being said that in the last few years, every person that's like 7 years or older has to clear. That supposedly 90 million people have to clear themselves WWE fans. I beg your pardon. That's crazy. In the last few years, there's been 7-year-olds or older that have to clear themselves they have to clear themselves WWE fans. Up to 90 million people have done that. That's crazy. 90 million. How does that even happen? How does a 7-year-old declare? Well, I guess they're saying 7 or older, so maybe 7 has been the youngest age they found. Who knows? Anyways. Mercedes Moné has said that she has had some negotiations with AEW about possibly coming in. There was a huge plan for her to maybe participate in the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Obviously, that's not the case. She got hurt. But supposedly there have been talks about her coming in eventually. So we'll see how she should be eligible maybe for All Out in August. So maybe that could be the night where she can debut. We'll see what happens. Paul Heyman said that he said a few things in a interview. He said one that John Cena was really never a big fan of getting his Make-A-Wish publicity out there. He always wanted to do that privately just for the kids and never wanted any attention for it. That John Cena is a great man. He just does it for the kids, doesn't care about the publicity. And then he also talked about how in 2020 when Brock Lesnar decided not to re-sign with the company due to the virus, he wanted to stay home and safe. He thought that he received a call from Vince McMahon, and they thought it was to be a commentator, possibly with Michael Cole on SmackDown. Remember at that time they were looking, I think, for another commentator. They ended up calling Pat McAfee instead. But he thought he was going to be the one to do the commentary with Michael Cole on SmackDown. But instead it was that Vince McMahon wanted him to join Roman Reigns as his manager. So it was Vince McMahon the one that came up with the idea. Supposedly they have said that Roman Reigns, part of the reason he left in March of 2020 was because he was really frustrated with the Big Dog character, and he wanted something else. He thought everything we could get out of this character was what we had, and there was nothing else to do with the character. I mean, fucking main eventing with like 3 WrestleManias, winning I don't know how many championships, being fucking Undertaker. I say you got enough of it. Jesus Christ. So apparently Roman Reigns had complained about his character, and that was part of the reason he left the company as well in March of 2020. And so part of the changes that they made was Vince McMahon putting Paul Heyman with his manager later on in the year. So that means that Vince McMahon was with the one that did the whole Tribal Chief. I thought that was Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns by themselves. So it was Vince McMahon, the one that came up with the idea. That's kudos to Vince McMahon, man. He still got it, man. Zoe Stark says she wants to wrestle, have a match with Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. I don't think that would make sense because they're both heels. Maybe in the future, but right now I don't think that makes sense at all. Damian Priest getting a lot of people are very happy with that match he had with Seth Rollins this past Monday night. Yeah, that was a really good match, man. That one and Kevin Owens and Gunther were really good matches, man. They really were. And then back in when they were in AEW, Santos Escobar wanted to bring back the Latino New World Order, but Triple H told him no, it didn't make any sense. And then now that they brought it back this year, Santos Escobar says, yeah, I can see why it didn't make any sense, and now it does, because now we got an OG and Rey Mysterio, right? A person who was a part of the original LWO, the Latino New World Order. So Santos Escobar, I wonder if he was the one that pitched to Triple H again all these years later to bring it back in the main roster. Or maybe Triple H said, hey, man, remember that idea you told me a few years ago in NXT? Well, now it's the time to do it with a guy like Rey Mysterio being on your side. So who knows? I would have liked for them to just say that too. Whose idea was it to bring it back now in the main roster these last few months? And I believe that is about it, ladies and gentlemen, as far as the news goes here tonight on a Thursday. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we're done with the news. Let's do Dynamite recap. Dynamite. What was the date? June 7, 2023. And that's on the Big Daddy, not the little one. We are having some problems. Hold on. There we go. I think we got it. All right, so from Colorado, pretty much from Denver, the AEW Dynamite, man. Pretty good show, man. The show kicked off with Orange Cassidy putting his title on the line, his international championship on the line with Swerve. Great match, man. Orange Cassidy selling the back injury the whole match. These guys were kicking out back and forth. I thought maybe for a second, Swerve Strickland was going to win this match, but at the end, Orange Cassidy won it. But a very good match, very fun way to kick off Dynamite here tonight. What is going on here? Let's see here. And then the Ambassador came out and attacked Orange Cassidy after the match, what led to Sting and Darby Allin coming out to help out Orange Cassidy. So maybe they'll do a tag team match next week. We'll see what happens. And then we get Bryan Danielson doing commentary as we get a 6-man tag team match between Wheeler Yuta, Jon Moxley, and Claudio Castagnoli versus Ricky Romero, Trent Beretta, and Chuck Taylor. Very good match, man. Fighting all over the damn place. I thought at times they made the other guys, Ricky Romero, Trent Beretta, and Chuck Taylor, look good. But at the end, obviously, man, they did a great spot. I believe it was Trent Beretta. He did like a backflip off the top rope outside the ring. And freaking, as he was in the air, freaking Claudio Castagnoli caught him with an uppercut. That was holy cow, man. What a move right there. And then freaking finally the BBC won, man. Yeah, I think they did it. I think freaking on one side, freaking Wheeler Yuta was just elbowing freaking Chuck Taylor, and then Ricky Romero was submitted by Jon Moxley. But yeah, hell of a that was a good ending. Like they let these kids shine, and at the end, the ending with the uppercut outside the ring by Cesaro catching Trent Beretta in midair, and then Jon Moxley submitting Rocky, and then at the same time Wheeler Yuta just pounding on Taylor with the elbows to the face. Great way to finish that match. And then we get, let's see here. MJF, man, goes out to the ring, and he pretty much, there's no more competition, man. I'm the best there is. And then freaking Adam Cole comes out. Great promo here, man. MJF insulted him. It was very funny because a few years ago, one of the lines that MJF used, Adam Cole used on Karrion Kross, which is, you got everything. You got the pyro, the cool entrance, the girl. You know what they do to make Adam Cole look cool? They ring the bell. Now MJF said that same line to Adam Cole here tonight. And he pretty much told him, you don't have the body to be a star. Vince McMahon was right about you. You stink. And then, Adam Cole came back and hit him with some lines about him, his fiance breaking him up and accusing him of being in steroids, which led to, them just going back and forth, where eventually Adam Cole said, hey, man, if you were a real man or a real champion, you would have told me to shut up already and let's fight. But you don't want to. You just keep insulting me. So they finally agreed to it. MJ finally gets pissed off. They're like, let's fight, motherfucker. and they agreed to a match. I think next week already. I don't think it's for the AEW Championship though, but this is probably going to be the next feud. I thought they were going to maybe do more with Jericho and Adam Cole because of how bad that one-on-one match was at Double or Nothing. I thought Chris Jericho wanted maybe to redeem himself and have another one-on-one match. But it looks like they have moved on from that, and now Adam Cole's going to start feuding with MJF. By the way, I didn't see Chris Jericho on tonight. So, anyways, let's move along. Let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move along. The Hardy Boys are backstage, and now it's the other way around. Now they own Ethan Page. Like Matt Hardy tells them, hey, I'm not going to boss you around and troll you around and bully you like you did me. I'm going to, in fact, focus on making you a better man and a better person. And so we'll see where they go with that. And then we get a tag team match between Jungle Boy and Hook versus La Facción Ingobernable, Doloretico, and Preston Vance. Very fun match, man. Blood all over the place. Freaking table spots. At the end, freaking the freaking assistant gets involved once again. He gets his fucking butt whoop. Jose, the assistant, gets involved. He gets his ass kicked by Hook. And then they win by submission, man. Hook and Jungle Boy win by submission. Another fun match. Tony Khan announces the main event for the first ever Collision. It will be CM Punk and FTR versus Samoa Joe and who the fuck was it? I don't even remember anymore. Jay White and Juice Robinson. So Samoa Joe, Jay White, and Bruce Robinson versus FTR and CM Punk. So we'll see where, and then supposedly that's going to lead off to a CM Punk Jay White fight in the future. So a match. We'll see what happens. And then we get Takashita goes out to the ring. He has a fast match with some local guy. I think Damian Ace. I don't know if that's I think he's a local guy, unless he had a tryout with Dark Elevation and he got signed. Obviously a squash match. Kanshika Takashita wins. Another promo about Kenny Omega by Don Callis. Stuff like that. Let's see here. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus beat the hell out of Arn Anderson's son backstage. So that feud's going to continue along with Arn Anderson and freaking Warlow. Let's see here. Anna Jay versus Chris Stylander for the TV. That was another fun match, man. I thought they gave Anna Jay a good spots here. It looked at times like she was going to win. But obviously at the end, man, Chris Stylander wins, hitting the freaking Tombstone Pile Driver. And Chris Stylander retains her TBS championship. Let's see here. And then the main event, where both Juice Robinson and FTR are banned. It ended up being Jay White versus Ricky Starks. It ended up being the main event. Another fun match, man. At the end, man, Ricky Starks about to go for the win. And the freaking, they end up accidentally taking out the freaking referee. So then, while the referee's down, freaking the ass boys, the gun boys appear. And they hit their finisher on Ricky Starks. And then freaking Jay White gets back up and hits him with his finisher and then finally pins him. The referee's all beat up, but he's able to make the count. So Jay White wins the match. Then Juice Robinson comes out to celebrate. So this means that the Guns have now joined the Bullet Club. Is that what that means, I guess? Right? They put him in that firm thing, and now they didn't really work out. Now they're going to put him with Juice Robinson and Jay White. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, pretty much the Guns come out and help Jay White win the match. And that's pretty much about it with this show. This was a very fun show. A lot of fun matches. And then, that promo with Adam Cole and MJF, very fun show. That's all I have to say, man. Until next time, holla.